Gosh, I got a little venti latte going on and I'm not mad about it. Oh, God. Good morning, pregame crew. How are ya? Well, considering I've talked for the last 2 minutes to myself, let's try this again. Good morning. Welcome to the show. This is a show where I go over indices, commodities, crypto, movers, and shakers of the day. My goal is to get you ready for the trading day. I appreciate you being here. If you could hit the like button, that'd be wonderful. It is Tuesday, July 30th, 6:25 a.m. Mountain Time, 8:25 a.m. Eastern Time. Good morning. Welcome. Hey, Night Truck Skyper, Alice, Topher. Hey, Gregory. Hey, Greg, Jill, Denny, Dollar Tree Farmer, Omar, Paula. Perfect. Hey, Market Trader. Thank you, Night Truck. Hey, where's Renaissance Man? Where's Tom? Are you okay? Where are you? Hey, Luciano. Like, is there a better name out there? I don't know of one. Luciano Pucci. Hey, Joe. Thanks, Dollar Tree Farmer. I appreciate it. Second time's a charm. Paula, are you still here with your twin grandsons? I hope they're doing well. I treated myself this morning. I got DoorDash Starbucks. And let me tell you, it's good. Making yourself coffee just stinks. But someone else making you coffee? Yes, please. Hey, Wave. Hey, Tess. One-liner. King Posse. Hey, Pete Town. Hi. Hey, Jungle Cat. I've seen you like 3 times this week and last week. Like, what is this? Is this a treat? Hey, Spaceball. El Gerardo from New Zealand. Hi. My favorite accent on earth. New Zealand, then Australia, and then Ireland. Those are my top 3 accents. Hey, Chris. How are you? Hit that like button. Why don't you? I'm going to take a sip of my Starbucks special. So today is my parents' anniversary. Happy anniversary, Kat and Keith. Happy anniversary, John and Ginger. Happy anniversary, Jason and Jamie. Special day in my family. We have 3 anniversaries on today, and it's a pretty special day. All right, let's go back up to the top. Have I missed any chart request? NTNX, sure. Not looking too bueno. Potential weekly bear flag. This is a classic weekly bear flag, so be careful. Monthly, we are looking for a higher low. We are still inside last week's range. Double weekly inside bars underway. Daily lower high possible compared to $51. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Market cap 12.3 billion. I mean, look at the volume. 1.55 million, average is 2.92 million, half the average volume. So if I could reframe anything for the whole day, is to let you know volume is down. Is it because it's summer and people are in the Hamptons? Maybe. Primarily due to FOMC tomorrow. We have JOLTS today at 10 a.m. and we have FOMC tomorrow. We got a lot of hurry up and wait going on. So don't get caught up in the chop. If people aren't trading and you ain't got nobody to sell to, then you shouldn't be buying. Cajun, you know what, Wave? Thank you. I love Cajun accents. It's absolutely beautiful and music to my ears being from Louisiana. I love it. Love, love, love Cajun accents. All right. I'm just reading. Hey, Gerard. Good morning from UK. Chicago accent, amazing. MSTR. Okay, are we still holding 1700 area? No, that was a pretty bad bearish candle yesterday, and we have earnings next Thursday. Nope. This Thursday. We have earnings. That's not a good look. 4-hour potential bear flag. Not a good look. 15-minute tightening range. I would wait for 15-minute overbought conditions to short it. Your wife's a big fan of the Cajun accent. Le bon temps roulé. It's so crazy. Louisiana, if you're from Louisiana, you understand Mamu South is Cajun, Mamu North is Baptist, redneck, and I came from the worst part of Louisiana. I mean, I love where I'm from, but the redneck accent. Just 30 miles south and I would have had a beautiful accent. Oh well, Mom and Daddy, do better. Just kidding. Happy anniversary, Mom and Daddy. I've lost most of my Southern accent, so I think, and then people tell me otherwise, so. Okay, it's 8:30. Let's get this show on the road. Good morning. Welcome to the pregame show. This is who I am. I'm ChartGal Lori. I'm part of the ChartGuys community, and we teach technical analysis. If you want to give me a follow on X at ChartGal Lori, that would be lovely. What I do here every morning, besides cut up, is we look at the market environment dossier. This is just a table where I look at all the puzzle pieces that were thrown on the floor overnight and say, okay, let's pick the puzzle pieces back together and let's see what we got, y'all. You know, for it to be an open house day, I want it to be an amazing day where I have just some jamming trade setups and I just hand them to you on a silver platter and you're like, yay, ChartGuys is the best. Well, today's not that day. We have a choppy situation out there, and it's because FOMC tomorrow. So we have JOLTS at 10 a.m. and we have consumer confidence at 10 a.m. FOMC tomorrow, and tons, and I mean tons of Super Bowl earnings this week. So the market's doing a whole lot of hurry up and wait and making me look not so great. I love like clear setups. Like, come on, give them to me. All right, let's look at the indices. Looking at ES. On the daily, we have bounced enough to negate the bear flag potential. We've made enough room for a higher low. However, an EQ is probably the more likely scenario, but FOMC could bust us out in either direction. We are struggling at the daily 50 MA, and I mean on the struggle bus. Okay, there's only 140 of you here, which I appreciate each and every one of you. But if you could hit the like button, there's only 50 likes, that I would really appreciate that. Tommy the cat. Y'all are funny. My daughter and I actually said that last Thursday night at Chris Stapleton concert. We're like, we could listen to him sing the ABCs. He's so dang good. All right, with ES, we've made enough room for an hourly higher low. We've made enough room for a 4-hour higher low. And I would say this is where I'm getting the most clarity. Higher high, higher low, and then tighter we get. And do we just tighten up into FOMC? Possibly. Please, please, please don't get chopped up today on lower volume as people are in a hurry up and wait mode. Phone book. That's funny. I've never heard that, but I've heard you could listen to someone sing the ABCs. Okay, so ES is slightly green. NASDAQ, guess what? Tightening pattern. This one's a little bit clearer on the 8-hour, lower low, lower high, higher low, and then tighter we go. And yes, that rhymed. Plenty of room for an hourly higher low on a pullback. RTY. RTY kind of got slapped around yesterday, and I was part of the slapping. On the market open show yesterday, I was showing everyone this trend line. I said even my 7-year-old nephew, he could draw this trend line. And when the trend lines are that obvious, I condone them. Otherwise, I think trend lines can be so subjective that it can sometimes reinforce your bias But in this situation, it was so clear. We broke bear. It was a really good short setup. And now bears are looking for a 4-hour lower high on a bounce. Looking for that 4-hour lower high on RTY. Dow, we've made enough room for an 8-hour higher low. We need to get through 40876 to make sure, or to increase the likelihood that that 8-hour higher low is set. VIX is slightly red this morning. We broke the 4-hour equilibrium bearishly. We broke it by 19 cents to the downside. Hourly EMAs are overhead. As long as that is the case, bears are in control of this name again, which bulls took control last Thursday, Friday, but bears are back in control. Hang Seng was down big overnight. Anything over 1% is pretty big. We were down 1.37%. DAX is up 0.40%. And you'll see why I'm highlighting that Hang Seng was down so big. I have Baidu. It's like Gradu. It's on my bearish watch list. Bitcoin. Bulls would love for this to be a potential hourly inverse head and shoulders here. It's pretty wonky. Bulls had everything on a silver platter yesterday and rejected from $70,000 psychological, and then down she went. We are looking for a daily higher low. 4-hour, this could be a bear flag. Be careful, Bitcoin bulls. Ethereum's holding up a little bit better. But as I said about my 7-year-old nephew, he could draw this trend line on Ethereum. If this were to break, I would be looking to the downside for a potential bearish entry on Ethereum. Dollar. Hey, IOC Doctor, how are you? I've got some really good friends in here, and I appreciate y'all being here every day. I really, really do. Okay, dollar is pumping. This weekly lower high is the more likely scenario. We have bounced enough and made room for a weekly higher low. And this will largely be impacted by the FOMC tomorrow and jolts today. We are breaking bull. We are getting over yesterday's high. Hourly uptrend, enough room for an hourly higher low on a pullback. Okay, so gold is green. What the heck, gold? What the heck? That's another thing my nephew says. So dollar is green and looking pretty strong, and gold is green. You just go, gold bulls. We were inside yesterday's range. We've lost our hourly uptrend. On the 15-minute, on the next bounce, bears will be looking for a lower high. On the 15-minute compared to 2437.50. Nice bounce overnight, but bulls are really giving it up right here. Oil API estimates after hours today at 4:30. Inventory tomorrow at 10:30. We're losing the daily 200 MA. Bulls are looking for a weekly higher low. And there's just no appetite from the bulls to put that in yet. There is some bullish divergence right here on the RSI, where RSI is making a higher low and price is making a lower low. That is not enough information for me to go long, but I would say I'm getting more and more interested in an oil long, looking for the weekly higher low, but let's see how the API estimates treat price along with inventory tomorrow. Nat Trash. Hey, ate lunch. How are you? Success, you better be bringing it. If I'm going to go look at that chart, it better be stellar. If you're going to throw down the gauntlet, I'm always looking for great charts. So Nat Trash, daily downtrend, weekly downtrend, 4-hour downtrend, hourly downtrend. Keep shorting overbought conditions until it stops working. Okay. This better be a good one. Okay. So, yes, it's very strong. It's definitely bouncing great. I like charts that are like this. Before the breakout, this is what I'm looking for. I like charts that are in tightening ranges. But yes, SSB is beautiful. It's already broken out. If you got it, congrats. And wait for back burners. Okay, let me go back up. Actually, before I go back up, I need to go over my normal names. Let's go over Apple. Apple, potential daily bear flag. Earnings on Thursday. Oh, bulls are gapping up now. That was not the case earlier. Bulls are gapping up. Gap rules apply. As long as 219.30 holds as support, it is a long signal. That's a nice squeeze. Y'all know when I get quiet, I really like a chart. Okay, Apple is definitely on the top of my watch list now. With this gap up and this squeeze, looking great. As long as it's holding 219.30, bulls are long and strong. Amazon. Amazon, we're looking for a daily lower high. We are not gapping up here. We have earnings on Thursday. Tightening range on the hourly chart. We do have a squeeze. Thinking. 1 second. Yeah, daily lower high is the more likely scenario. I don't like it here. Apple's a potential daily bear flag, but I do like this gap up on Apple. Wow, I love this setup. Yeah, my heart's pounding over here. I like it a lot. Nvidia. Nvidia is testing yesterday's low. Super heavy daily bear flag on deck. We broke the Friday's low by 28 cents. Bears are just having an absolute field day with this name. And I would just keep shorting overbought conditions on shorter term time frames until it stops working. Yeah, Serve is serving it up to the bears. Serve is amazing. 10% stake from Nvidia. They did have dilution last week, so please be careful being along there. All right, Tesla. Tesla's gapping up after a big recall. Daily lower high is the more likely scenario. Gap fills at 245.63. I feel more comfortable being a bear on this name compared to 234.27, yesterday's high. As long as that's holding as resistance, I would prefer to be a bear. Baidu. Baidu, we're looking for a daily lower high. Come on. Populate. I think a bounce up is for shorting. Possibly wait for 5-minute or 15-minute overbought conditions for a short on Baidu, looking for the daily lower high. IWM. 4-hour lower high is on watch. We could possibly do a reverse back burner on this one as well. Looking for that top fish setup. So odds favor a lower high on the hourly, on the 15-minute, on the 4-hour. So where do we get that? We don't know, but a bounce is for shorting on the Russell. XLF, I love that it's up here near yesterday's high. We closed yesterday with a daily inside bar, 43.54 double top. I like it for a top fish setup, as we're banging into yesterday's resistance. Yeah, Tilray had earnings. Looks like they had good earnings. Is it holding its gap up? Yep. Yep, it's holding the gap up. Support $1.95. Resistance 207. Nice move up. Over and above this 201 is what we want to see. We need to get over 201 to get a little clearance from this downtrend we've been in. PayPal had earnings and they beat. They were up 5% earlier. Oh, now they're up 8%. You go. Yeah, I would keep this one on back burner watch. Bulls are large and in charge on PayPal. Small cap, it likes to gap and crap, so please be careful with this name. Up 26% yesterday, 11% in pre-market. If you're in long, stay in long as the 2-minute EMAs are below price. Otherwise, I'd be tightening up my stops on this. This thing loves to pump and dump. You're welcome, King COVID. I don't know what I did, but you're welcome. Yeah, crowd is really getting crowded with the bears. They had some more news overnight, and they're getting dumped on. So last Thursday's low, we are below that. So daily bear flag confirmed. RSI means less when it's news related, and the bears are letting us know that in a very, 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 very loud way. Oh, I had someone ask me. Was it this one? Yeah, that one looks good. There was another one. Oh, ASTS. I think that was it. Yeah, there you go. I win. Just kidding. Success. Success is inevitable. This is a pretty dang good chart, I must say. Someone asked me about this one yesterday. Really good chart. I mean, this is a chart you want to take home to mom. Good morning, Jules. How are you? Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, Serve is serving up some pain to the bears. 10% stake from NVIDIA, but they did have dilution. Be careful. Bears will be waiting up here at 23.63 for top fish. I am going to wrap it up. Y'all need to stay put. Please stay put. So what's going to happen? In 12 minutes, I'm going to go live for TCG members and you, because you get to take a look behind the curtains today. And it's our open house. We have this once a month where we allow non-TCG members to hear our market open stream. And I will be calling out trades as I see them. If I don't see them, then fine. But I can tell you, I am freaking loving Apple. I don't know, Myth, where's the entry? I don't know what you're asking. But y'all just stay right here on the stream. I'm going to take a 10-minute break, go refresh my coffee, and I'll come back with even better energy. And we're going to open up this market and see what it has in store for us ahead of Jolts at 10 a.m. Just a reminder, Jolts and consumer confidence at 10 a.m. Yeah, hit that like button. Success. You'll be back tomorrow. Awesome. Okay, bring me a better one than ASTS. Okay? I love you all. I will see you in 10 minutes. I'm just going to hit the mute button and take a quick coffee refresh break, and I'll be right back. Stay put. Yeah, hit that like button. Good morning. I'm jumping on a little early because I love y'all and I love what I do. Good morning. Hey TCG members, hey non-TCG members. So this is the format for today. So every morning a TCG chart guy or chart gal will jump on here at 9 a.m. Eastern and we take you through the market open. We call out trades as we see them, and TCG members get one ticker request per person. If we have more time, we do more ticker requests for them. So they will definitely get the priority because they're members. But I'm watching the YouTube chat as well. If I see some requests in there, I'll get to those too, because today's the open house. This is where you get to take a look behind the curtain and see how the sausage is made and look at our crazy. Actually, I'm going to try to hide my crazy for today. How about that? How about that? Sorry, getting a message. All right. So, good morning. Welcome to the Market Open Show. I'm ChartGal Lori. And what I do here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and ChartGal Denzi does it Thursday, Lamont on Friday, is we go over the commodities, indices, crypto, and then we let you know what we're looking at for the day. All right, so let's get started with ES. Let me just tell you, in a perfect world, I would be bringing you these amazing setups and you'd be like, oh my God, TCG is the best. Well, today the setups aren't as juicy as they normally are because we're in a hurry up and wait situation with FOMC tomorrow and tons of earnings this week. We've got Apple, we've got Amazon, Microsoft, Meta, you name it, we got it. The only thing that's been done is Tesla, Google, and Netflix are over the last 2 weeks, but this is the Super Bowl week of earnings and the Super Bowl week of econ data. We have JOLTS at 10 a.m. today. We have consumer confidence at 10 a.m. today. We have FOMC tomorrow. So let's just see. Volume really dried up yesterday as investors and MMs are just waiting on the sidelines, waiting for this FOMC to be over. We'll see if we can find some setups today. Right now on ES, we have made enough room for a 4-hour higher low. NASDAQ, we've made enough room for a 4-hour higher low. RTY is definitely weaker. Bulls are showing some signs of exhaustion. We're looking for a 4-hour lower high. And this could be a bear flag. As long as we remain below 2260 area, this could be a 4-hour bear flag. So caution, caution. All right. So the Dow, we've made enough room for an hourly higher low on this pullback. I'm just trying to pause. I really want to say inverse head and shoulders, but it's not super clear. But if I wanted to give the bulls the benefit of the doubt, this could be an inverse head and shoulders on the Dow. 40853 is key resistance. Dow is the only of our major Fab 4. Dow is the only one that's red. RTY has bounced more, but I wouldn't say it's stronger just because it's bounced more because we still have this bear flag on the table. VIX, we've lost support on the 4-hour. We lost our equilibrium. We broke it to the bear side, 1623 support. Bears have stepped back in and taken control. Hang Seng was pretty red overnight, down 1.37%. DAX is slightly green right now. Bitcoin has a little bounce going, and if I'm just going to give the benefit of the doubt to the Dow, I might as well give the benefit of the doubt to Bitcoin. This could be an hourly inverse head and shoulders. As bulls are looking for the daily higher low after the rejection from 70,000. Need to get over 66994 in order to change the hourly trend. Ethereum is holding up a little bit better, but as I shared on the pregame, this is a pretty obvious trend line. If we were to break down from here, I'd be a very, very overly eager bear on this to take this short. Looking for the daily lower high here at the daily 50 MA. Yeah, I like this short idea. Dollar. Dollar, we're looking for the weekly lower high. That is the more likely scenario, but bulls don't have a lot of quit in them, and that's okay. And jolts and consumer confidence will have a huge impact on the dollar, as it usually does. Daily 50 MA is overhead. We've made enough room for a daily higher low. Hourly, big pop and enough room for a higher low there. Gold was green. 4-hour 26 EMA overhead. Now on the 15-minute, we're looking for a lower high. On a bounce, we're looking for a lower high compared to 24.37. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. I got some Starbucks, and I'm pretty jazzed about today. So gold, we're looking for a 15-minute lower high. That's the next best trade I see on gold. Oil is dumping. Volume is picking up, which it tends to do in pre-market. When the pit floor opens in Chicago, we tend to have some shenanigans. We have lost the daily 50 MA. We are looking for a weekly higher low. 4-hour got oversold back here, but it did not mark the weekly higher low. It may take daily oversold to get there. Don't be a hero. We give out no trophies, no gold stars for catching falling knives. None. We don't give Oscars, nothing. So don't do it. Nat trash. I mean, how many times do I have to trash this name? Reverse backburners continue to work. Bears are having a field day with this name. And let me tell you, the more I trash it as we continue to proceed into winter, let me tell you, we're going to have a short squeeze and it's going to be a beautiful thing for bulls. But I would prefer to continue shorting this until bulls prove that they have some appetite to buy this. Apple. Apple is my favorite setup of the day. I love the squeeze. We're gapping up above yesterday's high, and the way I want to trade this is as long as we're holding yesterday's high as support, that is a long signal. 219.30. My favorite setup of the day. Yes, this could be a daily bear flag. Yes, we have earnings Thursday. Blah, blah, blah. This 1-hour chart, gimme. Love this setup. Did they have news? Yeah, Microsoft earnings after hours. I don't see any specific Apple news, but this will be my top watch. So if you're new here, the way that I set up my charts is here's some of the regulars that I watch, maybe names in play, QQQ and SPY, and then the names I'm watching, and then my 8-sector chart. And then over to the left, I pull names that I am watching for a day trade over to the left. And so Apple right now is my main focus going into market open. All right, Amazon. Amazon is not gapping up. We're inside yesterday's range. They have earnings on Thursday as well with Apple. Got a little squeeze going on here. Daily lower high is the more likely scenario. So if I have a thesis, okay, well, here's the more likely scenario, then I'll wait for a trigger. So yes, this is a nice squeeze, but I don't have a trigger in. Apple, with this gap up, I can use gap rules to trade it. NVIDIA, heavy. Very heavy. Oh, wait. Let me go back to Apple here. Yeah, NVIDIA is super heavy. We're holding yesterday's low. Potential daily bear flag. It just doesn't look good at all. Tesla. Tesla's no longer gapping up. We're opening up inside yesterday's range. And we are looking for a daily lower high. We are in the gap fill area. Baidu, we're looking for a daily lower high. Asian markets are really struggling after last night's activity. I'm just thinking Do I want to give y'all the options chain on this? No. I do like Baidu short, but I don't know if I want to. Yeah, I'm not going to monitor this today. I don't love it. I like it. I don't love it. And this is just a factor of we're right ahead of FOMC. We're ahead of big earnings, and the trade setups are just not as clear as people are in a hurry up and wait mode. IWM, my trade set up yesterday. I was looking for this short. That worked out pretty well. And now we're looking for a 4-hour lower high. XLF. Actually, I like this one a lot. So XLF. As long as we're holding 43.54 as resistance, I like this for a top fish setup. So Apple long, XLF short. That's what I like going into market open. Let me go find my options real quick. Apple. Options are rough, y'all, because of, yeah, we're going to have to do commons. If you're going to trade this, Apple, I would trade commons because they have earnings this week and premium is super juiced. Actually, I'm going to share it anyway. Apple 240802. Okay, so those are the Apple calls I'm looking at, but just understanding that they're pretty juiced up because of earnings. And XLF short, I would be looking at FAZ in order to trade XLF short FAZ. This is a leveraged instrument, 3 times bear on XLF. All right, so this is what we do. Every morning we show you what we're looking at with indices, commodities, crypto, and the names we're focusing on. And then I go over to ticker request thread, and now I'm going to go over the ticker request for TCG members. And then I will go to YouTube. All right. So KRE looks very similar to IWM. Pretty big pullback after the double top with Friday's high. 4-hour potential bear flag. 4-hour lower high is the more likely scenario. This is a short. I would be looking short on a bounce for this. Yeah, hourly EMAs are overhead. 4-hour EMAs are overhead. And I would just pick a line in the sand and say, okay, 58.27 was a level, 58.32, 58.47. So as long as 58.50 is overhead, bears are in charge. I am just looking at high volume names right now. PCSA up 64%. Biotech, I don't know what the news is. We're over 268. 331 is your next resistance. Okay, this is beautiful, y'all. Okay, this is a potential 2-minute cup and handle. This is gorgeous. Wow. Pull up Investopedia for a cup and handle formation and you would see something like this. This is definitely something for mom's fridge. Print it for mom's fridge for sure. Bear volume is still remaining pretty low, so that's good. It's a potential cup and handle, but when you pull back that big, I mean, from $3 to $2, that's a pretty big pullback. Been a lot of buying power to push it back up. Bulls may be getting a little bit exhausted here. All right, Mara. I know what I know about Bitcoin, that it doesn't look that great after that 70,000 rejection. So I have that in mind. And look at that big, big bearish engulfing candle on Mara. And we have earnings Thursday. I mean, we're holding yesterday's low. Yeah, I don't like it very much. I would look for bounces to short on Mara. Oh, for sure, success. I love that. Apple put credit spreads. Normally, when I'm calling out trades for TCG members, I will sometimes highlight more advanced option strategies like yesterday on Honeywell. Let's see. So Honeywell, yesterday morning, this was my trade set up on Honeywell. I said there's a 70% chance, which that's a pretty big statement, that we would stay inside Friday's large range. And what I would do is I would sell an iron butterfly, sell the 202.5 to 210 calls, and then sell the 202.5 and 195 puts. So I would sell, of course, the closer strike puts and calls, and then buy the other ones as protection. And if you did that yesterday morning, you are in the money. So yes, I sometimes highlight very advanced option strategies, but for the most part, I kind of keep it simple. The Apple premium is still 49.6% on those that I called out. So it's less than 50%. So I don't know if I'd want to sell that premium. It's definitely elevated for Apple. Let me show you. I will show you. So for Apple, we're looking at implied vol of less than 50% on the calls. The puts have an implied vol of over 60, so yeah, you could sell those for sure. But I think it's okay still to buy the Apple calls because you're less than 50%. So that was my logic there. Definitely juiced for Apple due to earnings, but not juiced compared to other names. Let me show you what I mean. I had not looked this up, but I've done this enough to know that Amazon's going to be juiced. So let's look at Amazon. So comparatively, if you look at Amazon implied vol right here, we're over 80% for at the money calls and over 100% for at the money puts. Compared to Apple, which is less than 50% for calls and at 60% for puts. So Apple is still tradable in my opinion as far as implied vol and premium, where Amazon is not. You want to be selling this premium, not buying it. Man, I never get through with tickers this quickly. It just shows me that we are in the summer hours for sure. Your mom thinks you're pretty neat, Myth. Good mama. Hey, Gita. Robinhood? Sure. So Robinhood, we're in a weekly downtrend. Daily downtrend. This is a pretty clear daily bear flag underneath the daily 50 MA. We are holding yesterday's low by the skin of our teeth. Yeah, this is a short for me. It's a short for me, dog. I'd be looking to top fish this one, looking for the daily bear flag to potentially play out. What do I think about cost? I love cost, but it's been struggling as of late. I was watching this last week. That played out pretty well. Potential daily bear flag. We are looking for a weekly high or low. I'm not going to count this little dinky pivot right here. So we're looking for a weekly high or low. 4-hour grazed oversold, but it did not mark the low. You can see I already have an alert there. I'm constantly watching Costco for more entry opportunities. Not positioned very well right here, right now. But we all know, we all give our whole, it used to be whole paychecks, it was Whole Foods, but I swear whole paychecks is Costco. KKR. Insurance has been in vogue for sure. Y'all know when I get quiet, I get a little excited about a chart. This is stunning. This squeeze and this rounded bottom trampoline pattern, just beautiful. Looking for a weekly high or low. Looking for a daily high or low. Volume yesterday was about 40% of average, so please be careful. Again, we are in low volume days ahead of FOMC. Looks like bulls are trying to open it up just underneath yesterday's high. Very bullish chart. Beautiful. Baker Hughes is baking up some bullish profits. Yeah, that was pretty weak. I could get a do-over, please. New all-time high. There is nothing bearish about new all-time highs. Literally nothing bearish. Got a pretty clear uptrend line here. If we were to break down from this, I would still anticipate healthy consolidation, knowing that we have plenty of room for 4-hour and daily higher lows. Look at that volume. That's a beaut, Clark. This one gets a heart. Come on, heart. I just want to make you bigger. Okay, you're not playing along, so. Affirm, they had earnings. Looks like they beat. Did they have earnings or did I make that up? Oh no, upgrade. Bank of America giving Affirm an upgrade. Potential daily bear flag being negated. Your next resistance is 29.45. You're still looking for a daily lower high, but this is news related, so I don't know that I would short this RSI overbought conditions on the hourly, but man, it's tempting. Affirm, if you're part of TCG, you know what I call Affirm. Affirm is cheap suit. It falls apart like a cheap suit. So we'll see if it can keep this momentum going. Hey, Myth. We're glad you're here. Yeah, PayPal had earnings. That's right. And they beat. We're over the daily 50 MA now on PayPal on earnings. Nice beat. Okay, it better be good. Duke the Fool, it better be good. Oh, that is a nice squeeze on eBay. It is. I prefer a more tight range. This is just continues to get higher highs without follow through. I don't like that in general, but I do like that squeeze. And you say knee has a lot of inside bars. Yep, triple daily inside bars. We're opening up right at yesterday's high. All about 74.67. unbelievable. 112 shares traded yesterday. Low volume, please be careful. This is unbelievable. I'm just going back to the time that I first heard about this. It was at $2,000. There is nothing bearish about new all-time highs. We're right below the all-time high of 82.02. You're welcome, Duke. KT, so you're asking about GM. You're not telling me good morning. Got it. GM getting beat up. That's a nice tweezer bottom. We like those. 43.66 double bottom. A daily lower high is the more likely scenario. That's a nice squeeze. Whoa. I like that one a lot. As long as we're holding that double bottom of 43.66, I like a long against it. But understanding on a bounce, we're still looking for a daily lower high. Yep, live stream is on. Live stream is on this link, and if I take an entry, you will see it live. And this isn't a cop-out. If you're a regular TCG member, you have my back, and you can tell them I take trades, just at least one trade every time I'm live. But this week is going to be a tough week for trades because we have FOMC tomorrow and volume tends to dry up and we lose a little bit of volatility and it gets a little choppier. So I may not take a live trade. If I do, I will let you know. I'm assuming this is related to gold and have a close correlation to gold. Earnings next Wednesday. Weekly downtrend, daily downtrend, choppy volume, choppy action with lower volume, I should say. Bulls need to get over the high of yesterday to put in a temporary bottom. So Apple. Okay, we're losing the high of yesterday. It changes the setup completely. I wanted a gap up to then trade that gap because then I have rules that I can enforce and say, okay, as long as the gap up holds and yesterday's high holds as support, then that's a long opportunity. Well, now things are changing because we're dipping right back into yesterday's range wave. Yeah, it's a little different now. Yep, market will open in 2 minutes. NVAX, yeah, I saw it had an upgrade. Downgrade. Sorry about that. Earnings next Tuesday. Yeah, it's getting the ever-loving snot beat out of it. 4 hour is not oversold yet. I would put this one on reverse back burner watch. As long as 15-minute overbought conditions, I would be looking for shorts on those conditions. I wouldn't say this is ruled out yet, wave, but definitely things have changed. So XLF short, as long as 43.55 holds, I'm just doing 1 penny above yesterday's high. This is a top fish scalp. I'm going to drink a sip of my coffee, and this is where I normally just take a few deep breaths. And if you want to take those with me, great. Relax. Visualize how you want to feel at the end of the day. I want to be proud of myself and my risk management and following my rules and having discipline and patience. It's all about discipline and patience, all right? Queez Colt, if you don't know if you don't agree with me on what a tweezer bottom is, that's cool, but that's a tweezer bottom, dude. Go look it up. If not, then don't believe me. That's cool too. It's just so lovely people get on here to argue with you. All right, let's open the casino. Okay, XLF is crossing 43.50. Oh, that was a quick bull break. No short there. GM is failing at yesterday's high, not getting through it. Apple, I'm not doing anything yet. I'm just taking a breath. Please just bear with me as I just click through some charts real quick. 44.11 is XLF's all-time high. Thanks, ate lunch. I'm clicking around, just looking for setups. Not going to force anything. It is what it is. Okay, I still like Apple. Let's see if we can get something going here. I'm not going to force it. Okay, a pullback to 219.30 could be a buy. I'm going to drink some coffee right here. Okay, we cut back through yesterday's high. Still watching. Being patient. Okay, we got XLF really charging here to the upside. Consumer discretionary pulling back. Semis pulling back. Communications are strong. So I'm moving XLF over because that trade is over now. Man, that's a good look. GM, we're holding that double bottom, but on a bounce, we are looking for a daily lower high. That trade idea is not working. Tesla's at pre-market low. Yeah, let's see if we can get something going right here with a tweezer bottom. Nope. Hey, Hunter, you an AVPT rock star is what you are. I'm moving Apple over here. I'm not trading it. Now I'm watching Tesla for a potential trade against 227. It had a big bull day yesterday. Doesn't mean I'll take it. Yeah, banks are ripping. What about Goldman Sachs? Daily bull break. Bank of America, we got a little double top here at 41.40. And the reason I'm picking on Bank of America is because we had Buffett sell a lot of shares. This could be a top fish against 41.40. I understand, Hunter. It's a definite hard road to hoe when you're having to work so many jobs and you have a family. Yeah, AVPT. This is Hunter brought this to me back. When did you share this? Was it back here, Hunter? I think I put it in my dad's account back here. Just a beautiful name, which Hunter has more fundamental background on this name than I do. I just like the squeeze, and man, is it a beautiful name. We have jolts in consumer confidence in 24 minutes. Okay, I think you could take this long on Tesla. 1 minute stair step bull break. Uh, 2:30 calls. I've done nothing. It only broke by 4 pennies. That wasn't convincing enough. I'm here. I'm just watching charts. Yeah, I think it was back in the 9s, Hunter. That was a good one. You've been all over Gurn, too. I know this seems very anticlimactic. You're on open house and you want to watch me trade, but I'm not going to force any trades that I don't see clearly. Not going to do it. Man, Amazon, that was, somebody fat fingered that. Wow. Crowd, I would definitely keep on reverse back burner watch for 5 and 15-minute overbought conditions. Let me go set that alert real quick. Tell me when RSI gets to 70 on the 5-minute. That could be a top fish. IWM, nice bounce. Yeah, Bank of America, that 41.40 top fish, that idea worked. For now. I'm just chilling. Hey, Miss Sylphie. Thank you. I am pretty active at market open, so this is a different feeling for me to just be a little more relaxed because I don't want to force it. Absolutely. And if you're part of TCG, you see me just like jumping at entries. When I see them, I hit, and I hit hard. But when I don't see them, I don't see them. Tesla above 229.13. This could be a long right here. I'm looking at the 230 calls on Tesla. They are 490. Waiting for it to get above 229.20. Okay, I'm long Tesla. Stop below the low of day, 228. I'm in at 486. 486. And what I'm doing is I'm just playing off the momentum that Tesla had yesterday compared to others. And I just want to show you that's my trade price, 486. I'm out half right here at 525. 525. I'm out half. And the reason I do that is just try to be able to move my stop a little bit more comfortable so I can stay in profit. Okay, so I'm out half at 525 from 486 on Tesla. And I'm going to keep looking at what y'all want to look at. Y'all watch your name. I can't watch your name. Like, you manage your own risk, please. Look at Lucid. Lucid, double daily inside bar, bull break, but only by a penny. Weekly lower high, the more likely scenario. Yeah, that was a pretty hard rejection at yesterday's high. I would stay short on Lucid. Tesla, if we get a new low of day, I'm going to be stopped out of the last half. Okay. Apple. Ooh, I like that. I like that, Travis. Good job. Travis took Apple calls a couple minutes ago. Great long. And now, if you didn't take it, you could wait for a pullback to yesterday's high, using that as support for a potential long. I like it. McDonald's, I think they had a miss on earnings yesterday. Oh, they still had a green day. We're inside yesterday's range. Now, on another push up, bears will be looking for a 2-minute lower high on McDonald's. CMG, we like our junk food today, huh? CMG's not junk food. Sorry, burrito people. A daily 200 MA is overhead, looking for a weekly lower high, looking for a daily lower high. This looks like a confirmation of a 2-hour inverse head and shoulders. Here, here, here. We broke bull. That daily 200 MA is overhead and a little daunting, I must say. Boyle is my play. Yeah, that would be a negative, Ghost Rider. Holo spike. Volume is still pretty low. But yeah, nice small cap runner. I'm going to take a sip of coffee, chill. We have data in 15 minutes. I see some rapid call flow on United Healthcare. We're testing, was that yesterday's high? No, we broke through yesterday's high. If we get a new low of day on Tesla, I'll be out of the last half of my calls. Travis Lilly looks good on 2-minute higher low watch. This still is a potential daily bear flag. Be careful. Weekly lower high, the more likely scenario. Hourly squeeze. NVDA looks like it could be breaking the low of day. Yep. NVDA is heavy. XLF is stalling a little bit here at all-time high, 44.11, but still stronger than most. Would I be interested in a 2-minute higher low on Lilly? I guess. Still could be a daily bear flag, so I'd just be really careful. Again, I don't want to do a lot ahead of tomorrow's FOMC. Okay, I'm stopped out of the last half of calls. I'm still green. I stopped out at 470. So I'm still green on Tesla trade idea. I am 12 seconds behind y'all, 12-second delay. If you want to know what time I'm looking at right here, this is Mountain Time. If you want to sync up where I am to where you are so you can look at it real time. There it is. On Tesla, you should still be green. If you follow me on the trade, let's see, 22766. Okay, they're bouncing again. We're back over the 486 entry point. My stop was 228. It was below the low of day, and I got stopped out. AIU, but if you didn't hear me real time, you can get out at a better price now. AIU, pretty low volume name in general. Had a big pump yesterday, had a split. Earnings, August 20th. Yeah, this is a pretty messy name. I don't like it at all. It's hard for me to give you technical analysis on a name that's this choppy after a split. PCT. Nice chart. Weekly uptrend. Daily uptrend. 4-hour going sideways. I like it. It looks good. I would be looking at a pullback buy. MBLY has been pretty bearish as of late. Yeah, this has been dumpsterific. Earnings this Thursday. Yeah, 486. Yeah, that's my entry price I shared with y'all. Here, 486 is what I entered at on my Tesla calls. But my stop was 228 on the underlying. Yeah, there's nothing redeeming about MBLY. We are in black dirt breakdown. Nuttin', honey. It's kind of like the cereal. That's a nice long lower wick of bulls buying that dip, but it could still be a bear flag on the 5-minute. Okay, let's look at market ratios. Market ratio, let's see who's leading. United Healthcare, Netflix and Meta, and Apple. and Tesla's the weakest, and that's the one I took long. That's not a good example, is it? Oh well, we're still green on it. Let's look at our different markets. XLK, we're testing the low of yesterday, and I'm circling my arrow what I'm looking at. XLF up at the high of day, XLV near high of day, consumer discretionary choppy sideways, industrials high of day, XLC high of day, Apple's high of day. So semiconductors and XLK, QQQ, they're near the low of day. They're definitely the heaviest of our names. SPY, we're losing 2-minute support. Again, that 547, 547.46, 547.19, 547.05, 547.34. We've got a quad top here, and as long as that quad top remains, we need to stay in short mode. Just because we got over the high of yesterday, we couldn't meaningfully clear support. So I would be looking to short SPY today. Yeah, Wolf has been pretty wolfy. It's been bullish for a while now. Okay, it's given a lot back. We're at the daily 50 MA. Looking for a weekly high or low. 4-hour oversold. Yeah, this is getting interesting here for a potential long. I like this one long down here against 406. DXCM. Your buddy wants to find dividend stocks, Hunter. He's 27. At 27 years old, I would not be looking at dividend stocks. I would be looking at growth stocks. Invest in what you know. And a lot of us know, hey, we use Google every day. We use YouTube every day. So invest in Google. You want to invest in things that are growing. Dividend stocks tend to stay flat. I did well with AT&T for my dad. But overall, these stocks tend to stay sideways. Verizon has a nice dividend. They just tend to go sideways. If I'm 27 years old, you've got time on your side, I'd be looking at growth names. Honestly, I am not a fundamental investor, but if I just look around on what's on the road, Rivian, I'd say this has potential. This has potential. Potential weekly bull flag. I'd be looking long names like this that have been beat down severely, but yet still have a lot of technology on their side and potential upside. That's what I'd be looking at. I would not be looking at mutual funds. I would not be looking at dividends, but dividend names, but that's just me. I have a much higher tolerance for risk than most. You're welcome, Zachary. TAC. Oh, no. Lori wants DXCM. My girl Nugget. Yeah, it's pretty beat up. I like this stock. This is a diabetic name. I think they have the technology that they wear on their arms for the insulin. And remember, RSI means a lot less when it's news related. We broke all of this support. You know, Nugget, I would look for a pullback buy for a 5-minute higher low. If you want to try to scalp this name for oversold bounce, I'd look for a 5-minute higher low. And what I do a lot is I will turn VWAP on and look for a VWAP buy around 69.58 is where VWAP is right now. That's a nice looking bounce. Okay, now I will go to you. So sorry, TCG members get prioritized over public. No offense, but that's just the way it is. TAC, is that what you were asking about, Skip? Utilities. Pretty choppy. Oh my God, the volume is terrible. Data in 5 minutes. Data in 5 minutes. Jolts could jolt the market. Only 21,000 shares traded today. Please be careful. Remind yourself, if you're buying options, stocks, whatever it is, if there's very, very low volume and you're the only one buying, who are you going to have to sell to? We just got clocked at Gamma Wall on Tesla. So Tesla right here, you see this 57,000. That's where options Gamma Wall is. And the next Gamma Wall is up at 235. And that's what just stopped price in its tracks. And I call that a synthetic resistance, meaning you can't see it on the chart. It's not an actual pivot, but it can still act as a very, very formidable resistance. Rivian, would I be looking at? Just 1 second. I want to see if I can show y'all something. Dang it. It locked me out. Ugh. Can't show you that. You used to work at TAC? Okay, got it. Yeah, I would be very careful with that. Okay. Rivian, would I consider it be a falling wedge? No, not really. This $16 is a double bottom, not a falling wedge. 4-hour tightening range and squeeze. We're getting over yesterday's high. It's definitely more bullish than the market is. Okay. Beef. Man, this has low volume too. What is going on? 32,000 shares traded on Vive. Y'all be careful with these names. Gap at 191.89. Okay, we filled that gap. We have another gap up here at $200.02. Squeeze broken bullish. Daily bull flag confirmed. It looks great. It's just a really low volume. You're welcome, Dr. Fell. You're welcome. I wanted to take a screenshot of my dad's names that I have in his account. I have like 7 names in there, like Google, Rivian, Aflac. I have a lot of family that works at Aflac, so I bought it on the last earnings dump at $75.12. I got it right here. Probably one of my best trades ever. I grabbed it right there, and I still have it in his account. This is a wonderful company. Okay, eBay. That's a nice squeeze. I'll give you that, Duke. Duke, maybe you're not a fool. Duke's name is Duke the Fool. Maybe you're not a fool if you're trading eBay. This looks good. Yeah, we're through yesterday's high. Looking good. Man, these XLF names, they're going for it. 44.11, 44.11. All-time high. I'm going to put my alert at 44.10. I want to know if we get there and fail. XLF has a known history of respecting resistance and support. So if we fell at 44.11, that could be a good top fish area. Data in 1 minute. Data in 1 minute. Okay, let's go get, so when we have data like this, I like to throw lines on my chart just to make sure I know where support is, which right here right now is pretty obvious, so I don't need to do it. 5 minute lower high is the more likely scenario, y'all, but jolts is no joke. Forecast 8.02 million. 8.02 million. 1 minute. All right. What you got, market? It's not working. Why am I trying to click on it? It's not working. Okay, it is what it is, whatever it is. Okay, initial bullish move. Dow is hitting 41,000. Let's go look at the Dow. Okay, y'all, this could be a top fish setup on the Dow at 41,002. Psychological resistance on Dow. Let's see if that holds. XLF, we're approaching 44.11. I need to see some sign of slowing. I'm not just going to short to short. Foxy, what type of trading cards do you buy? Okay, if we break the low of the prior candle, okay, so the Dow is a short here at 41,003, 41,003. If you took that short, you're already in the money at $50. I'm in short with a stop above the high of day. This is how we do it. I can't sing, but I love y'all. Okay, I'm going to take half of my contracts out here for 50 bucks. Now my stop is very comfortably in the money and green. I'm going to take out one more contract for 70 bucks. I have one contract left on the short on the Dow, and I'm going to let it ride. As long as 41, I'm going to say 41,010 is where I'm going to put my stop. Yeah, I can check out Lemonade. That had a great squeeze. Somebody brought it to my attention back here on the weekly. It did this little dip and then rip. You're inside last week's range. Interesting, Foxy. My husband has trading cards. He is a trading card. Okay. Looks like they had earnings. They have earnings after hours. Be careful, okay? I do not like to enter swings right before earnings. We're breaking this double daily inside bar to the downside. We have enough room for a higher low compared to 21.35, but earnings is a coin flip. It is a coin flip. Short, I just short the Dow. I just sell it. I sell to open instead of buy to open. I sell to open futures. I trade futures and options. If you wanted to short the Dow with puts, you could buy DIA puts. That's the same thing. I just trade futures. It's easier. Well, we got, let's say, one semi-profitable trade with Tesla and a big profitable trade with Dow. So I would say that's a win, huh? We've got big earnings today, tomorrow, Microsoft today, Meta tomorrow, I believe, Apple, Amazon on Thursday, FOMC tomorrow, and a partridge in a pear tree. Please, please, please just manage your risk. Don't have on a lot of risk ahead of these events. Be careful. TCG members, do y'all need anything before I wrap it up? What is Bitcoin doing? A 4-hour potential bear flag on Bitcoin, and it confirms below 65,846. Okay, now you have 100 points on the Dow. Don't say I never gave you anything. Just kidding. If you took the trade and you made money, that's all on you. You're the one pushing the buttons. You're the one managing your risk. So good job if you made money on it. I see Patrick typing. I'm going to wait for him. He's my friend. See what he needs. So JM, please don't, I would not be trading Lemonade ahead of earnings. It's a very volatile name, and you could absolutely make bank on it if they rip, but if they don't, then what? You're stopped out everywhere. You know, y'all, it could be a very, very choppy day. So I'm just going to leave you with these thoughts. We have QQQ. Let's check in on QQQ. We're in a 4-hour tightening range. Y'all, look at this volume. 4 million. If we multiply that times 6, that's 24 million. That's how many hours we have left in the day. And average is 33 million. Volume is low. It can chop you up. Don't let it chop you up. Okay, so 6 times 36 million on SPY is what we're working toward right now. And average is 46 million. Very, very low volume. All right. You don't have to trade unless you're a professional prop trader and you're required to put on trades every day. You don't have to trade. That is your superpower. You don't have to trade. So just chill. Just chill. All right. Geeta wants to look at Lucid. You're welcome. I love what I do. If y'all can't tell, I have the best job in the world. Yeah, Lucid double top yesterday. We have these double daily inside bars, broke bull by a penny. That does not a bull break make. Looks like we have earnings next Monday. Nice hourly squeeze, but not looking real hot right now. Again, 3 million shares traded. Multiply that times 6. 18 million, half of what our average volume is. You don't have to trade today. You don't. Only trade it if it's like so obvious that my 7-year-old nephew could take it, then trade it. This is an obvious one. 41,000. And y'all saw my alert go off. Let's see. I want the newest first. Y'all saw it right there, 41,000. It went off at 8 a.m. It just makes my life easy. I don't have to like guess. Okay, well, I don't have to look at 100 charts at once. My alerts tell me what to go look at, when to go look at it, and when to put on a trade. Okay. Thanks, Lock Doctor. I love you all. Thank you for being here. I've been sitting in this chair for more than 2 hours. My back is screaming at me. So I'm going to wrap it up. I hope you made some money today. And if not, more importantly, I hope you followed your rules and your trade plan. All right, y'all have a wonderful day and use stop losses.